Warning: some of the information we will be going over may be triggering, so viewer discretion is advised. Breaking news: we have a Jeffrey Dahmer case study to go over, and I am your host, Kimberly Chavez. So, our subject is Jeffrey Dahmer. He is currently deceased but was sentenced at 31. Our description is that he's a white male with blue eyes, blonde hair, and a medium build. So, Jeffrey Dahmer was born on May 21st of 1960 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He grew up in a seemingly normal household but exhibited troubling behavior, including his fascination with dead animals and his isolation from peers. He attended Revere High School in Ohio but dropped out and later enlisted in the United States Army but was discharged due to alcohol abuse. He died on November 28 of 1994 and is known as the Killer Cannibal. Jeffrey Dahmer had 17 victims, and he claims the first two were unplanned, but these are 17 victims. Important information is that Dahmer was arrested on July 22nd of 1991 after one of his intended victims escaped and alerted police. When searching his apartment, law enforcement found evidence of his crimes, including human remains and photographs. His crimes included acts of necrophilia and cannibalism, making them particularly gruesome and shocking. And there were several instances where law enforcement or others had opportunities to intervene but failed to recognize the signs of Dahmer's crimes, leading to missed chances to prevent further murders. The modus operandi: Jeffrey Dahmer would lure his victims into his apartment and drug them before strangling them to death. He would also engage in acts of necrophilia, dismemberment, and cannibalism after they had passed. The criminal statute violations: Dahmer was charged with multiple counts of murder for the killings of at least 17 young men and boys between 1978 and 1991. In addition to murder, he was charged with sexual assault for his heinous crimes of rape and molestation committed against his victims. The criminal acts that Dahmer committed is murder, sexual assault, necrophilia, dismemberment, and kidnapping or false imprisonment. Vic- um, Dahmer's targeted victims. At the time, understanding the type of individuals Jeffrey Dahmer targeted was crucial to prevent such tragedies from occurring. Dahmer preyed upon vulnerable young men and boys, often those who were in marginalized communities or struggling with various challenges in life. This included individuals who may have been homeless, dealing with substance abuse issues, or facing other forms of isolation. So, the sentencing of this case. He was sentenced in Milwaukee County Circuit Court. His attorneys did try to claim that Dahmer wasn't in the right headspace or suffered from many psychological disorders, but at the end he was sentenced with 15 consecutive life terms. Our statistics. So, looking at the peak period of serial killings by decade, we can see that there was a peak period in 1970 through 1990, which coincided with the time of Dahmer's killings. There was a decline in 1990 to 2010, and the impact of criminal justice measures. The incident of serial killing has probably decreased as a result of tougher law enforcement policies and the creation of task force with a specific focus on catching serial killers. So, with the rise of technology, it would be more difficult for serial killers to be more common nowadays. And these are my references. Thank you so much.